Welcome to the Fantasy Football Prophet podcast, hosted by Craig Phillips and Jeff Torrey. Visit us at fantasyfootballprophet.com. And now your hosts, Craig and Jeff.
Welcome everyone to the Fantasy Football Prophet podcast. I'm Craig Phillips, joined as always by Jeff Torrey. And today it's Thursday, so we got listener questions and we got some point spread picks, which I thought we were trending in the right direction. And then last week happened, Jeff. And I went 5-8-1. You went 4-9-1. Ugly. Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching those games go down, and I knew very quickly it was not going to be my week.
Right? Yeah, it turned on us a little bit, but hey, that's all good, right? So
yeah, nature of the beast.
We'll figure it out this week. But I was jump into some listener questions. We got some different questions. I haven't checked these out yet, so this might be interesting. Just pulling them up on the air and seeing if they're any good. So we'll look here and say, I'm going to pull up question number 1 here. Okay, simple question. Just a simple trade from Daniel. He asks, should I trade Christian McCaffrey for Tyreek Hill? First off, we don't know any of the basis around the trade. Just straight up talent-wise, it's probably fine, right?
I mean, you can go either way on that one. I truly think Christian McCaffrey would give you, more guaranteed points. Obviously, running backs are difficult to come by. Tyreek Hill will be boom or bust. He will win you a few weeks, and he'll be, kind of average on others. So it truly is what your team needs. I don't know. If I had to pick, I guess I'd go Tyreek Hill with a little more of the high upside. But, I don't know. What do you think?
I always like to go safer, and I think McCaffrey's safer as much as I like Tyreek Hill. But I've gone over it a few times where he's had these huge boom weeks. Like you said, he has the better potential to have a huge week. But McCaffrey, I feel like, is not going to fail you, and you're going to get a pretty good week from him.
Yeah, and he's been playing better ball than he was earlier in the year as well. So, I mean, I like them both. That really depends on what your team needs.
So next question is just pick a tight end to start this week. This is full point PPR. O.J. Howard, Eric Ebron, or Austin Hooper? Does the PPR... I know you want to say Howard.
Yeah, I do want to say Howard.
Does the PPR make you think Hooper because he's been getting a lot of targets? Or do you still go Howard because he's like a mixture of the...
Yeah, I don't think that it's difficult. Hooper is all over the place, right? So if you look at his last 5 games, completely, tale of two tapes, 9 catches, 3, and then 10. So for PPR, you could be looking at a very upside guy because of the receptions. Ebron is definitely the touchdown guy, and I think O.J. Howard is the split in between where he could do both. Ebron, I think I wouldn't, between the 3, I think I would stay away from Ebron just because I think he's touchdown dependent. So that puts me to, I'm either got to go Hooper or Howard. And I think, oh my gosh. I think I would go Howard still.
Yeah, me too.
I know Hooper has that PPR upside, but and Howard just had a very poor game with 1 catch for 15 yards. But the 4 games before that, he was money. 4 to 5 catches, 60 to 70 yards, and averaging a touchdown per game in those 4. So I would go with OJ.
Yep, I'm gonna go OJ too. I just think he's the better player, so he's the one I'm gonna go with him there as well. So Christian has a trade that he's looking to make here. And first off, he says he's 7-3. He's in line to make the playoffs, so he's all set there. But this is the deal he's looking to make here. He would trade away Christian McCaffrey, Antonio Brown, and DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay, who in the world are you getting?
So he would receive Todd Gurley, Julio Jones, and AJ Green.
Let's say that one. So Christian McCaffrey, or
Antonio Brown, Hopkins for Gurley, Julio, AJ.
No, I don't do it.
You don't?
No. I mean, obviously Gurley is, I think, the best player out of all of those. But at the same time, I think the combination, especially with AJ being banged up and Julio, you're never really sure what he does in the red zone. I know he's finally gotten a couple touchdowns, but Hopkins, Antonio Brown, and Chris McCaffrey are all kind of guaranteed guys, and the way Chris McCaffrey has been playing the past few weeks, I would stick with them.
If AJ was healthy, and you knew
it might change it. It might change it.
And this might be part of the reason why he's looking at it. He's not worried about AJ's health right now. I think he'll be ready in 3 weeks when he's in the playoffs. That might be the thought here.
Gurley is a beast without a doubt, but you have to feel safer with Hopkins and Antonio Brown than obviously Julio and
Julio,
AJ.
I like Julio
even when they're all healthy, right?
I like Julio just as much. I really do.
Just as much as who?
It's Brown and Hopkins. I love Julio.
I gotcha, but you don't like AJ as much, right?
True. But I like Gurley a lot more than I like McCaffrey.
Also very true.
Oh, man,
would you go the other way?
You know what the thing is? I just don't think I make this deal, even no matter what. You're 7-3, you're rolling along. I don't see the need to make this move.
I mean, obviously, he's doing it it feels like, obviously, you're doing it to get Gurley.
Pretty much.
And maybe you think you have to have that primetime running back.
But
maybe you don't have any other ones.
I mean, I think Julio is actually the safest of the wide receivers, though, in this deal. Look at this last.
I don't know about that.
I mean
I get what your point.
10 for 144, 9 for 104, 7 for 121, 7 for 107 the last few weeks. That's what he's been doing. Hopkins had 10 for 105, but 6 for 82, 3 for 50, 5 for 63. Antonio Brown.
I was going to say Antonio Brown.
6
I still
for
think
96,
is safer.
6 for 96, 5 for 42, 6 for 74.
Yeah, but look at the touchdowns.
Antonio Brown's playing Jacksonville and Denver these next 2 weeks. I don't know.
Right, but then you're playing Oakland, New England, New Orleans in the playoffs. Come on.
I was leaving that out for a reason. I didn't bring that up. I think I still can't do it. I can't do it just because I don't feel like I can mess that up. And this would have been a different trade like 2-3 weeks ago with before McCaffrey really coming on. So
yeah, that definitely makes it closer for you. I take it.
McCaffrey has a very good schedule.
Oh, amazing schedule! And we had gone over this. It's trending in the correct direction. And believe me, I completely get trying to get Gurley because he is a beast. He's consistent. He is the be all running back. But oh man, I have a very difficult time, tossing Antonio Brown and those guys.
Yeah,
which do really have good schedules. Every single one of those three.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I can't do the deal. I just can't pull the trigger, even if you did, you're fine. It's still, your team's going to be really good. I just don't see the need. I just don't break up a good team, right?
Yeah, I agree.
The next question comes in from Finn. He's just start question here. Should I start Doug Martin this week or Chris Carson? And I'm going to say Doug Martin because I don't know about Chris Carson's injury. So, just because of that.
I don't have enough information. I'm sorry,
Carson,
man. Maybe closer to the date I will.
And there's more going on with Carson's team, more people to run the ball. Martin's going to get the carries. He might not be great, but he's going to get the carries. So, go with that. Zach asks, there's another question to start. So, he gets to pick, he says pick 3 out of 4. One of them's Melvin Gordon, so you're starting him. So, okay, you're starting Melvin Gordon. So, pick 2 of these 3. Marlon Mack, Aaron Jones, or Leonard Fournette.
Fournette and Aaron Jones.
Yeah, me too. I'll go with those 2. Yeah, Mack's been good, but then again, it's still Marlon Mack. We don't really know what he is. He had a bad game. He has a tough matchup against Tennessee. So
yeah, and really that's the big reason. It's coming off a Jacksonville matchup, which I think is very similar to Tennessee, and for 12 carries, only 29 yards.
I love Aaron Jones, so I think that guy's...
Yeah, he busted out. Fournette is obviously just a better back than the other one, so...
Yeah, Fournette's going to get 25 carries. He might not get that many yards, but he's going to get, ridiculous amount of carries. Oh, let's see here. Ryan asks, should I start T.Y. Hilton against Tennessee or Keenan Allen against Denver PPR?
I like Keenan Allen.
Yeah, Keenan Allen for me as well. And then, next was the tight end question. Start Vance McDonald or Jeff Heuerman?
Oh, now that's a question right there. I'll have to look this up real quick just to make sure.
McDonald's going against Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. Heuerman's going against Chargers.
Surprisingly has not been good against tight ends. And Hewerman, I still probably go McDonald. Hewerman worries me because
I'm going to go Hewerman. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they both have good matchups, but it worries me because he's really had one good game. Where at least McDonald, I've seen it. It's been up and down, but I still have to go for McDonald.
Justin, he made a trade. He's asking us if we think he won the deal. So he got Michael Thomas, traded away Julio and T.Y. Hilton. I don't think he won. I think he lost that trade. I like Julio.
Yeah, well, it's tough.
I mean, it
Michael
depends
Thomas
too.
is obviously very good.
It really depends on if he was actually using T.Y. Hilton. If not,
yeah,
and he prefers Michael Thomas, yeah, fine. Michael Thomas, Julio Jones, either one's fine. If you were actually using T.Y. Hilton, then I don't really like it. If you weren't using T.Y. Hilton, he's just a throw in to get Michael Thomas who you like more, that's fine. Decent deal. I mean, that's really a preference at that point. They're both great receivers. And T.Y.'s, he hasn't been great since he came back from injury. Really at all. That first game he caught 2 touchdowns, only had 4 catches for 25. Then he had 1 for 34, then he had 3 for 77. He hasn't really done much. So, yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Me personally, though, I want Julio. I like Julio.
Obviously I like Julio, but I still like Michael Thomas better.
I like Julio better. You just have this thing against Julio.
No, I don't. I mean, obviously not. It's Michael Thomas. I mean, I just can't. I truly can't trust the touchdown production. I know that he doesn't even need it. I mean, he can get 14 points on his own, 17, unbelievably. But coming down the stretch, Michael Thomas has he does have Tampa Bay in Week 14.
Yeah.
Carolina, Pitt are kind of run of the mill average guys. Julio is going to run of the mill.
Julio's going to beat Hopkins, Brown, and Thomas for the rest of the year. Telling you right now.
Yeah, I don't see that one happening.
We'll mark this down. Let's see, where are we at? We're at minute 12 of the episode on November 15th. Okay, yep, there we go. Marking it down. Julio. You hate Julio, Jeff.
Yeah.
All right, we got a question from Paul. Who do you start? You get to pick 2. Lamar Miller, Stephon Diggs, or Dalvin Cook. I'm going Diggs and Cook. I can't start Lamar. I know he was good for a little bit, but then he had bad week. Yeah, I don't like the guy. Diggs and Cook.
Yeah, I would go the same.
Yeah, it's just, I think Diggs will be fine coming back from the injury. I'm not too concerned. We'll find out. All right, that's about all the questions I think I have. Do you get a couple more out there?
I do have a few, and these came from YouTube. And the first person, Alberto Morin, Corey Davis or Golden Tate in standard scoring this week?
I'm going Davis. I don't know. I have to see Tate in that offense doing something before I play him.
I worried about that too, but Davis is so sporadic, and Golden Tate has the best matchup this week.
They're easing him in. They haven't quite used him. I don't know how they'll use him.
They really haven't. What do you have? 2 receptions last game?
It could easily change, but it's not like they just traded for him last week. They had a bye week to get him into it. So I don't know. I'm just gonna go Corey Davis. I'm gonna buy into the hype another time. I'm gonna stop that at some point, but for today, I'm buying back into it.
Sadly enough, yeah, I think I would risk it just because I have Corey Davis on a few of my teams, and he has been so up and down that I might fall into the trap of believing in Golden Tate in that Eagles offense when the secondary is non-existent a little too much. But I think I might go that way if I can stomach it.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. How do you feel about the Bengals in Week 15? They're playing at home against Oakland. I think I know your answer.
I like playing against Oakland, but I don't trust the Bengals at all. I can't.
No, but Oakland has been
They've
bad.
They've been really bad. If it was any other team, I'd be, of course. Yeah, they probably can. They're probably fine. I'm going to be that game was really bad. I'm sure. And New Orleans is really good.
Yeah.
Bengals are probably a fine play.
Yeah, I think against Oakland, especially at home.
Yeah.
Obviously, Cincy will have more to play for than Oakland.
Yep.
I think that should be a good kind of sleeper pick.
You did our little playoff schedule episode trigger some questions there, it looks like. Got people thinking.
People are looking for
plan
him.
ahead, right? Plan ahead. That's how you win championships.
Speaking of, a Marlon McGee wonders what we thought about the Redskins defense the past 4 weeks. We did kind of skip over them because they're so highly ranked now because of those 4 weeks.
Yeah. So we were really thinking of them as one that you might be able to pull off, which it's kind of crazy how good they've really been. You don't think about them. I don't think about them. I don't think about the Redskins as being a good team, but they actually kind of are in the way they held Tampa there to pretty much nothing. I mean, other than the Atlanta, their 2 bad games this year are at New Orleans and then against Atlanta. Of course, you're going to have bad games against those 2. Other than that, right, man, they've been good. Oh, they've been very good. And it's weird too because a lot of good defenses, they don't give up the negative points, right? You're like, okay, they got me 1-2 points. Funny, New Orleans and Atlanta both got them -3 in standard scoring, which, and those are the only 2 dips, but you take those out, I mean, the other 4 games around those, 8, 15, 15, and 17, I mean, it's really a crazy run. If they're out there for you, I'd love to have the Redskins D looking at who they have coming up the rest of the year. Nothing that scares me. I mean, Houston can go off at times, but they could also be held to nothing, and Deshaun Watson can throw a few picks. Dallas can be stopped. Philly's not the same Philadelphia team as last year. They obviously can be stopped. The Giants, Jacksonville, Tennessee. Yeah, that's a really good schedule. Yeah, and not to mention, I'm actually surprised because right now they are tied for second if you're playing standard, obviously the settings I'm looking at, but they're only owned in 64.7% of ESPN leagues. Yeah, so they are out there. Compared to the other teams around them, and they weren't coming off bye or anything. Every other team is 87% owned or higher. That is in that range. So people are sleeping on them a little bit. That's actually a good point. Yeah, definitely. That's they are a really solid D to play here going forward. All right. So it's a great name, actually. So Ugly Dude, need a wide receiver. Should he go? I'll give you 3. Davis, Robinson, or Cutie. Is it Allen Robinson? I think it's Allen Robinson. It just says Robinson, but my guess would be. Yeah, I have to go Robinson then. Yeah, I agree. I think that one's kind of a slam dunk. Yep. And then I would go Davis and then QT only because he's been banged up. And the last one right here, this is from Craig West. So another Craig. There we go. Says, great show, thanks. Thank you very much, Craig. Are there any big name running backs or wide receivers you would consider trying to trade because of their playoff matchups? That is a big question. Do you have any that come to mind? Not really, because honestly, if it's a big name guy who's good, I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to roll with him. I don't really want to make a move. I don't like trading your stud players unless you're getting another one in return. Which, shoot, if you can do that, there's just none that stand out to me that I want to get rid of. I agree. I think. Yeah, and really, he specified to running back, wide receiver. I was like, I could do it with a QB. With QB would be a lot more likely for me, but not with a running back, wide receiver. If they're one of the top 10 guys, they've been that way, I'm sticking with them. Yeah, unless you're talking, the only guy I can think of is Emmanuel Sanders. Well, he's been falling. Right away. Yeah, he's been falling like a rock. I think that that was a great time in the sun, but if you consider him a big name, he was ranked in the top 10 before this week. He would be one of them that I'd be looking to get rid of. Yep. All right. Other than that, that is it. All right. So it's point spread time, I guess. See how we can do this week. Hopefully better than last week. But once again, MyBookie sponsoring this week's point spread segment of the show. So make sure you guys go on MyBookie, use the promo code PROPHET, which is PROPHET, and you'll get a 50% deposit bonus right now. So put $100 in, get another $50 back to just bet on some games. I mean, if you followed us last week, you would have lost your money. But hey, overall for the year, let's see, I'm sitting at 73 and 67 and 7 for the year. So I got above 500. Jeff, you're the opposite, 67 and 73. Yeah, that last week really gutted me. Good. But hey, if you've been following my advice, you might have won a couple dollars. But, a few bucks also, here and there. We also got college basketball started up now. You can bet on some college basketball games here. NBA, which again, I don't know. I can't bet on NBA. I have a hard time with that. Pistons just beat the Raptors tonight at the buzzer. So, thank goodness. Good win there. You got your Spartans won tonight. They played like Louisiana Monroe or something.
Big challenge. Big
But
challenge.
then Michigan,
Let's not sleep on them.
Michigan won tonight though too. They dominated Villanova. I just wish that had been last year in the championship game that they did that. Doesn't really count as much right now. But hey, you can go bet on all that at MyBookie. Make sure you guys go check them out. Go follow them on Twitter too at BetMyBookie on Twitter. Once again, promo code is Prophet, PROPHET.
Yeah.
All right.
I might go on there and bet for Duke not to lose this entire season.
God,
they look so
Zion's
dominant.
ridiculous.
It's crazy.
That guy is just—he's
a full-grown man.
It is insane that he would be like this. I think they said the second heaviest player in the NBA right now.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
the only player heavier than him would be Boban, which is Boban's quite large.
Yeah, it is incredible to watch those guys. They have some unbelievable young guys that can really play.
All right.
Anyway,
here we go. Point spreads. Let's start off with the Thursday night game. It's Green Bay at Seattle. Seattle's 2.5-point favorites at home against the Packers. I'm going Packers. I'm taking points in Aaron Rodgers.
I'm going Packers as well.
Carolina is at Detroit. Carolina 4-point favorites. Go Panthers.
Yeah, I don't want to, but I gotta go Panthers.
I'm done with Detroit, man.
I know.
I didn't even watch last week. Lions fan didn't even watch. I watched other games. Said screw it.
Well, it sounds like you're truly a Lions fan then.
I think I've justifying this because I feel like I've suffered long enough as a Lions fan where I can't be considered a bandwagon fan if they become good and I jump back on. Right?
Yeah, I think we're grandfathered in.
I think we've paid our dues. So I could just
after 3 straight losses and
I'll just watch other games for a while. Dallas at Atlanta. Atlanta's 3-point favorites. I don't know what to think about Dallas though. They lose.
Either, but I'm going to Atlanta. I'm not even going to try to figure them out. Go Atlanta. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to go Atlanta too, just because it's at Atlanta for sure. So I'll go Atlanta. 3 points isn't too much either. Cincinnati at Baltimore. Baltimore 4-point favorites.
Man, another team that I can't figure out. Cincinnati.
Right.
I'm gonna go. Hold it. Cincinnati and Baltimore at the quarterback situation. No, I'm going Baltimore. I'm still going Baltimore.
I'm actually going to go Bengals. I think they're going to get the bounce back this week.
I mean, they really need to, but I think it's too big of a game for Ravens. They've dropped 3 as well.
They need it, so we'll see what happens with that QB situation. We got Minnesota at Chicago. Chicago 2.5-point favorites.
Ooh, that is going to be a good game. You know what? I'm going Minnesota actually.
All right, I was going to pick Minnesota too.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's more of a feeling. I don't 100%
buy into the Bears. I really don't. I just don't.
I think their D is good, but I really like Delvin Cook coming back. I think they can put up a lot of points. I think they've kind of, sadly enough, at 5-3-1, have underachieved.
Yeah, they really have. How about Eagles at Saints? Saints 8.5-point favorites.
Ooh, give me the Eagles then.
I'm gonna keep going with the Saints. I think they're just gonna keep rolling. Saints are gonna keep rolling here. They've been really, really good. So I'm gonna go with them.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Tennessee at Indianapolis. The Colts are 2-point favorites.
Yeah, I go Colts.
I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna go Tennessee. I think they're better than people think.
I mean, they have. I'm
great,
actually surprised.
I think they're slightly better.
I can't believe they're over 500.
Right?
The way they played offense early on, it was pitiful. But their defense is legit. But I think Luck is almost foolproof in his offense. I feel like they're going to put up some points.
How about Houston at Washington? Houston is 3-point favorites at Washington.
No, I'm still going Houston. I'm riding Washington. That bandwagon real hard.
I'm going Washington. This is where Houston's win streak. Yeah. Houston's win streak's going to end here. Yeah. Washington's going to take care of them here. How about Tampa at the Giants? Giants 1.5-point favorites.
Oh my God. That's so bad though.
I'm gonna go Giants. They're gonna get a win here.
No, what?
It's a terrible game.
No, it put me down for Tampa. It's so sad, but I'll take Tampa.
Denver at the Chargers. Chargers 7-point favorites.
Hold it. Who's 7-point favorites?
Chargers.
Okay. Yeah, give me Chargers still.
Yep, I'm gonna go Chargers as well.
Yeah,
Oakland.
they've been playing. Actually, no one's talking about the Chargers, and they have been playing fantastic.
They really have. They've been. I mean, finally, Rivers is maybe gets a chance. I'd like to see Philip Rivers win a title. That'd be fun. I don't know if they can this year though. There's so many other good teams, but hey, why not? Oakland is not one of those good teams, but Oakland at Arizona. Arizona 5-point favorites.
Oh, that's going to be the only time Arizona is going to have the upper hand.
Oakland's so bad. I'm going Raiders.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm thinking.
I'm taking those points. I don't think Arizona's any good.
Oh my God, they're so bad though.
They are.
No, I hate to. Yeah, I'm actually going your way as well. Really? I think Oakland can. Yeah.
All right.
I just think Arizona's actually not. Put me down for Arizona. F it. David Johnson's playing well.
How about
I'm not going to feel bad for him.
Steelers at Jacksonville. Steelers at Jacksonville. Steelers are 5.5-point favorites on the road.
Give me. Oh, on the road. Give me Steelers anyway.
Yeah, me too. Jacksonville, man, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, they've looked really poor.
And then the final game, Monday night. It was going to be Mexico City. Now it's in Los Angeles. So it's Kansas City at the Rams. Rams, 3.5-point favorites.
Oh my gosh, what a good game. I'm thinking, give me KC actually.
I'll go Rams, but it's, this will be a good one. That's going to be a fun one to watch. So,
yeah, that's going to be crazy fun.
Yeah, one of the better ones of the week. There's not a lot of great ones, really. I mean, Chicago, Minnesota is the Sunday night game now, I believe, but it's not like that's that interesting. Seattle, Green Bay tonight, Thursday Night Football. Carolina, Detroit, exciting. No, not really. All right. Just look forward to Monday. We'll see. Maybe Jeff, you can get yourself back above 500.
So what I'm going for, redemption.
All right. I think that'll do it for tonight. We'll be back with our Thursday night reaction. Talk to you guys later.